What's going on? We back. Motor City Sports Talk. We in the building. It's your boy TJ Goodfella. And piggybacking off an M Live article that I read, I'll link it in the description so you know that it's real. And first off, I want to say that I read that the head coaching association that had their head coach award where they vote for, all the coaches in the NBA vote for who they believe should be head coach of the year. This is not the official NBA Coach of the Year award. This is just voted by, other head coaches in the league. And Brad Stevens did not receive one vote. He got the Boston Celtics to the second seed. He used to be the Butler coach of a basketball. Made it to the finals or the Final Four a couple of times. No, he made it to the finals once. When Gordon Hayward on the squad, was a hell of a coach, a hell of a pickup by the Boston Celtics. I read that article that he did not receive not one vote. And Dwayne Casey won the award, and he got swept by LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. So that just irked me. And then I read that article, and I scrolled down, and I read that shit with Brad Stevenson's face on it. Should the Detroit Pistons consider going to the college ranks for head coach? And now for Boston, it worked. It definitely did, man. Brad Stevens is one of the best coaches out there, man. And I'm telling y'all, my theme for this team is young and innovative. And it's not often that you want somebody with inexperience at a professional level in coaching, but that's what I want for the Pistons. I want some young, innovative thinkers. I want some people that got some off the wall creative plans to how they gonna win and how they gonna get rid of guys and bring different talent in, how they gonna acquire talent in the front office. But for the head coaching job, I want the same thing. Surrounded them by a veteran front office, surrounded by a veteran coaching staff as well, so they can find their way. In the article is a couple of coaches they mentioned. Bill Self from Kansas was another guy. I'm not a big fan of Bill Self at all. I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't like him, and I don't think he can coach. He come up short too much. But I remember Kevin Ollie was a hot name. The Connecticut UConn program been brought down, but I still think he could potentially be a hell of a professional coach. He was a very, very good IQ guy in the NBA. He understands how to probably develop guards. He understands how to develop players. He understands the new age athlete. Now, the whole thing about bringing a college coach is you got to bring the right one in. You got to bring a guy that knows how to get through to men. If Billy Donovan, he wasn't the right fit for Oklahoma City, man. He wasn't the right fit for that team because he don't demand respect. He's more of a player's coach. You need somebody that got the system that could be that can fit with today's players. You need somebody that's gonna garnish that respect. You need that guy that's gonna be stern and kind of got a dash of the player coach in him. And he got to know his X's and O's on a professional level. He can't come in here running no bootleg offensive college system. He got to be able to have the system that fits today's NBA. Small ball, even if you go old school retro big ball, where you want to play through the post. That'll work today. That'll be a killer today to play through the post. That's always going to work. It's just a lot of teams got away from it because there ain't a lot of big men that know how to play with their back against the wall, back against the basket, excuse me. But does this interest me? Yes, because of the pool of talented coaches that's out there. I'm not too hyped about him. The number one guy that I really like is Mike Budenholzer. He came from the San Antonio Spurs system. He's with the Atlanta Hawks. And we know the Atlanta Hawks going to try to do everything they want to do to win. So he not going to come nowhere to be in the same situation when he's one of the best coaches out there as well to be in the similar situation in Detroit. Detroit going to have to prove to him if they want him to come in here, even though he done had his troubles with DUIs and stuff of that nature. That's in the past, hopefully. Detroit going to have to prove to him that they different from Atlanta. They want to win. They going to have to get the front office in place, and they going to have to get together and say, look here, we want to win. Another guy's Frank Vogel. I never thought he got a fair shake. He's a hell of a defensive coach as well. Mark Jackson out there, he seemed to be a favorite, but what he did in Golden State is rubbing a lot of owners the wrong way, and how that relationship ended, how he had his favorites and kept a lot of gossip shit going over there. That could be the Golden State Warriors owners and shit, excuse my language, being angry at him and whatever schism they had in that organization, I don't know, but it's tarnishing his reputation. Shout out to David Finsdale, who got the head coaching job in the New York Knicks. I'm praying for that brother right there. But that's just to name a few. In the college ranks, Jay Wright seems to have the right X's and O's and the right system. Some insiders believe to work in the NBA with small ball. He been playing small ball for years. I remember he had a 3-guard system with Kyle Lowry, Allen Ray, and Randy Ford, and he was killing it. I done seen Jay Wright have way more talented teams than what he's had of lately and won championships with. He's been a hell of a coach. I've been a fan of Jay Wright. And it'd be fitting that he would come to Detroit and they offer him enough money because his suit game is second to none in college. And we know Chuck Daly's suit game. Nobody can keep up with Chuck Daly's suit game. Pat Riley used to keep up with it, try to keep up with him, but Chuck Daly was just so suave and so dapper with how he dressed on the sideline. So right then and there, I'm not saying that's going into the job requirement. Jay Wright gonna be smooth. He gonna be clean. He gonna be a dap daddy. Look it up. He gonna be clean, and he knows his X's and O's. Man, he got the system that he can bring to the NBA, and it seems like he got a lot of respect out there in Philadelphia with Villanova. So that's a guy that they consider dipping into the college ranks that I would consider. Tony Bennett, tough defensive-minded coach from University of Virginia, ran a great program. Don't get the greatest players, but he developed guys like Michael Brogdon and a few other guys. I wouldn't be mad if his personality can be stern, he can demand that respect, and we can get that established in the interview process. I wouldn't be mad if they picked him either. John Calipari, I leave him in college. One of my favorite college coaches, but I think he more fit for college because he not gonna have those personnel decisions he may have in college. His pipeline is second to none to getting talent in college. I think he just needs to stay in college. He's a hell of a coach, but he's tried the NBA thing before with the New Jersey Nets, now the Brooklyn Nets. It could have worked, but I think he should just stay in Kentucky. He got his dream job and just do what Mike Krzyzewski did and just run up a check there. Talked about Kevin Ollie. I think that's another wonderful fit. I know he ain't been winning it late, but like I said, he got the professional background. He was a good high IQ player, and he can develop talent. Usually guys that usually had a high IQ and really know the game and really played chess while everybody else was playing checkers out there with his mind. Even though he was playing checkers physically and everybody else was playing chess, kept him in the league. He had a deep understanding of how this league runs and how to develop talent. So those three is the three college guys that I would consider off the top. For real. I like them three. Tony Bennett from the University of Virginia. Kevin Ollie, I know he ain't winning the UConn, but it's deeper than that. And Jay Wright is number one on my list if you're talking about out of Villanova for college coaches. Jay Wright is in a sweet situation, so we might have to open the bank. But if he can be what Brad Stevenson was in the professional ranks, you got to look at it. But like I said before, we talking about the culture search because I don't know too many people that's so immersed and deep and versed in the front office because I'm not, I'm not sure about it. It ain't too much news be coming about it other than Chauncey Billups. We just going to take a look at these head coaches and let me know what y'all think about some of them or some college coaches y'all like or some college coaches y'all don't like or you don't like the idea at all. No comment is a stupid comment long as it's nice, clean, and respectful. Motor City Sports Talk. We gone.